Time to twist it up.
Hi y'all, it's your girl LaQuinta and welcome to this episode of Twisted Up. It's been like 2 weeks since I've done a video, so in honor of Taco Tuesday, I'm going to show you how to do an easy, cheesy taco bake. Now, I have a disclaimer. I have family here. My husband, you'll probably hear him in the background because he's on a business call. And then Danye's here, she might be walking through. So just put that out there. They're here. So in case you hear anything crazy, it's them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you over to the stove. What you're going to need any kind of meat. You can use beef, you can use chicken, you can use beef, chicken, turkey, ground turkey. I'm vegetarian, of course, you know. So I found out that Publix had Impossible Burger. So I was excited. So I was like, okay, I had some in the freezer, so I just had to go buy a few ingredients. First of all, let me go back. Welcome to Twisted Up. To anyone who is new, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you click the notification bell so when future episodes of Twisted Up are uploaded, you will be the first to know. Okay, so let's move on. I'll take you over to my stove. You won't see my face because if you've been watching for a while, you'll know I do not like the angle of my stove. But I got my nails done, so you'll see my beautiful hands. So let's head on over to the stove. Okay, so we're at my stove. There's my hands. This is what you'll need. Of course, I already prepared my Impossible Burger meat, and you just prepare as normal taco seasoning. I didn't use the regular taco seasoning. I use Siete, which is a vegetarian taco seasoning, kind of all natural. So you have that already ready. So you're going to use a can of corn. You're going to use a can of black beans. And like I always tell you, it's your recipe, so you can add or take away. It's totally up to you. And then you're going to need salsa. I was at Whole Foods, so I found this fire roasted cantina style salsa, but you can of course use whichever type of salsa you like. So we're going to put that in. Let me turn my stove on. I'm just going to put it on like a little low heat, and we're going to put this in. And you can add onions, you can do all of that, but this particular one already has the onions in it, so I'm not going to add any unless I do at the end. So let me see, this is 16 ounces. I like mine not necessarily real liquidy or juicy. So I usually opt for like a chunkier salsa. So we're gonna stir this in. I may have to put more in, being that I'm going to add the black beans and the corn. So we're gonna get this all together. And then I'll take you back over to the countertop and we will put it together. All right, so let me add my black beans and my corn. And I normally don't use a lot of corn. I just use about a half a can of corn. So a whole can of baked beans, black beans. Well, I'm saying baked beans. I'm gonna have to make that next. And I'm spilling stuff everywhere, but it's okay. I used to try to edit to get all that stuff out, and editing is not an easy task. All right, so we're gonna get this nice and hot, and that looks like a good ratio to me, because when we're putting it together, you don't want it to be real liquidy. That's not a word, but we're going to use it today. All right, so we're going to get this warmed up, and I'll see you back over at my countertop. Okay, so we are back. We're gonna put this thing together. This is all you need. I'm telling you, everything, you've already got the bulk of it in your beef or chicken or ground turkey, vegetarian meat mixture. You already have everything in there. So all it is that you need to do is just layer. So you're going to need some cheese. You can use they have a Mexican blend, but I wanted to use the Monterey Cheddar Jack, just for that, you know, that jack, just woo in your face. And then, instead of using Doritos, I found these at Whole Foods. This is my go-to. If I want something that tastes like a Dorito, or I want something to do as a dip, you know, use as a chip for a dip, this is my go-to. And it's jalapeno lime. This is the only one I'll eat. And it tastes like a Cool Ranch Dorito. So you're gonna need chips of your choice. It doesn't matter what kind. Your recipe, use what you want to do. Use what you want to use. So you're going to spray your pan. So this is like a 9x13 standard pan. So you want to spray it. Okay. And then I already have my oven preheated on 350 degrees. So you're going to bake this on 350 for 20 to 25 minutes. And of course, cooking speeds may vary, just depending on your oven. So let's get this thing together. So we're gonna start by putting the chips on the bottom. And you can crush them, you can do whatever you choose. You can also use taco shells, but I like to use a flavored chip just to add extra flavor. So I'm not gonna crunch mine. I'm just gonna lay mine in there. And then the little remnants at the end of the bag, at the bottom of the bag. My speech is off today. So we're just gonna kind of make our base. And then we're gonna layer, we're gonna add our meat. Just put the meat in. And you want to just use half of your meat on the bottom, and then you're going to put the rest on the top, kind of like, you know, you're doing a lasagna. So I'm just going to spread this around here. And of course your chips are not going to be, they're not going to be hard because you're going to bake. So put a little bit more, fill it in here. Okay, and then you are going to layer the cheese. And what I'm going to do in the midst of this, I am going to grab my other phone. Y'all, my doggone, this is, oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Let me take this out. Okay, so all right, here we go. And I'm going to get a view. Let's get a top view. All right. Did you see Did y'all see Smuckers? Y'all saw Smuckers, did you? Okay, let me get a top view. And then of course you're going to continue to layer. Yes, I'm doing this all in this video. Looks just like that. Just like a lasagna. And so we're going to do another bag, and we'll end with the cheese. So we're going to put another bag on. And this particular ones I'm going to kind of crunch. And just crunch. And then we use that bottom as, you know, the bigger chips on the bottom. Just crunch it. You can crunch it however you want to do it. It's your recipe. It's all about you. Y'all, this didn't even take me long to, the longest thing that I had to do was actually do the meat prep. That was the only thing. All right. Yes. And then you just layer you layer the top, and once you get finished, we're gonna pop it in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Cooking speeds may vary based on your oven, and I will come back once it's finished, and I'll show you how I'm going to dress mine up, because this is my dinner tonight. So we'll see you when it comes out. Danya has surfaced, so you'll probably hear her TV. But I told you at the beginning that my family was home. But let me show you. I'm gonna show you up close. Look at that. Ooh. So you can eat it as is, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to put mine over some spinach. Then I have some guacamole, and then I have some sour cream. That's gonna be my dinner. So let's cut this. Let me find something to cut it. Really and truly, I'm just gonna actually scoop it with a spoon. Let's see here. So we don't cut it. Yeah, so we're gonna scoop it. Take about that much. So I'm just gonna cut it just to give it a little, let me get back in the camera so I can section me off some. So I skipped my 4 o'clock meal, and this is my 6 o'clock meal. And this would be all that I have for the rest of the evening except for my shake. So I have some spinach. You can use lettuce, whatever you want to use. You don't even have to do it this way. I'm just going to do it to get my veggies in. So let me turn it this way. And I'm going to plate this sucker. Look at that. I'm just going to lay it on here. And gotta get my chips, gotta get my chips. All right. And my pot just died. You can still hear me, I hope. All right, so I am going to use, trying not to burn myself. So I'm gonna put my sour cream on, then my guac. A little boom, 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 right there. And then, I should have kept the spoon. And then, and this is spicy. A little guac on the top. There you go. And let me get my other phone. This is so unprofessional, but you know what? This is it's real life. So let's get a little get a little top shot. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, let's taste. Oh, thank you, God. I got my maracas. Is that what they call it? Maracas? That is good. So, what the ham. Thank you for joining me for this episode. Thank you for watching this episode of Twisted Up. And this is just, like I said, 30 minutes. It just prep from finish to from start to finish. 20-25 minutes in the oven, and you got you a whole doggone meal. Dress it up like you want to dress it up, or just eat it as is. So thank you. I really appreciate you guys. Make sure you share, make sure you like, make sure you comment. Of course, stay tuned for future episodes of Twisted Up, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.